Moving on to my favorite part of the show. Why would he say that? I'm using for this Stephen A. Smith as my muse because he went on again today and reiterated this. But this has been a lot of conversation, and I think revisionist history is one of the worst things we do, and it's completely unfair. Because we all have to make decisions in real time. We all have to make choices as they come up. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. All you can do is accept your choice, live in your choice, and go, hey, this is what I'm going to do moving forward. It's really easy right now to say, obviously, the Minnesota Vikings messed up getting rid of Sam Darnold. Of course they did. Sam Darnold just has had 2 14-win seasons, 4,000 plus yards back-to-back, and now has a Super Bowl trophy. And J.J. McCarthy, despite playing better at the end of the regular season, he is the universal meme for when your quarterback plays like ass on the internet. So, of course, right now, it is objectively letting Sam Darnold walk out of the building was clearly the wrong decision. Except Stephen A., and this is why you're the face of this, as soon as you said this, it's real easy to pull up what you said in real time, which is you've got to let Sam Darnold walk because you can't commit that kind of money to him, and you got J.J. McCarthy, who you drafted in the first round. You have to see what you have. And that was, maybe it's going to turn out to be wrong. Maybe it's going to turn out to be the wrong move, not paying Sam Darnold, letting J.J. McCarthy play, but the logic was fine. Because if J.J. McCarthy, even if he didn't get to a Super Bowl, let's say J.J. McCarthy looked like rookie year Jaden Daniels or this year Drake May, but the Vikings didn't make the playoffs, but you saw the potential of your franchise quarterback who you would have at a low salary for at least 3 more years while he's on his rookie contract, and you would have him for a much longer period, even though Sam's actually not as old as people think, you would have him for an even longer run than having Sam Darnold. Everybody would go win-win. It would be a universal win-win. The Vikings got their franchise quarterback. Sam got to go to Seattle, win a Super Bowl, revitalize his career, have this amazing storyline. But because JJ played so bad as a second-year player, really a rookie because he didn't play as a rookie, and Sam just won the Super Bowl, this is the apex of how bad does this look? And Minnesota just fired their GM. And if you look for 2 seconds, the propaganda, and I'm not saying Minnesota's GM is Brett Veach or my guy George Payton in Denver, who's been making really good moves the last couple years, or to even say he's Howie Roseman in Philadelphia. I'm not saying he's that. But the second he was fired, all the stories and damage control came out. Well, actually, Kevin O'Connell wanted to keep Sam Darnold. Well, actually, a lot of players and it was really, really nasty propaganda once they fired their former GM. So right now it's just the apex of how bad does that look. But in real time, when we have to make these decisions, I'm pretty sure I even said, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure in real time I said, yeah, you go with J.J. McCarthy. Because I wouldn't have wanted to invest that amount of money in Sam Darnold, even though Seattle got him on a good contract, all things considered. But the same logic for why Seattle moved off Geno Smith, when it's like, wait, why would you? Because they remember Seattle got killed early. Like, let's not be revisionist. Seattle got killed for moving off Geno, who people said is a better quarterback than Sam Darnold, and bringing in Sam. And now Geno led the Raiders. He did so well. They got the number 1 pick, and they're going to draft his replacement. So, again, in real time, when you have the way you have to operate in life, real time, J.J. McCarthy, while he did not play well enough, I still kind of think that was the right decision, and most people would make that decision. You took him with a top 12 pick. You did not want to commit to Sam Darnold. You felt with Kevin O'Connell and the roster you built that it was almost not quarterback proof, but you could get away with less talent or less production right now from your quarterback position. You trusted your OC, you trusted your roster, you trusted this thought process, and it just didn't work out, and it just looks really, really bad at this exact moment. But who's to say, and I'm not predicting this, but let's say Sam has another big turnover year next year and a couple things don't bounce Seattle's way. Remember, Seattle was a 10-win team that didn't make the playoffs last year, meaning there was a handful of things that did not go their way, despite the fact they got 10 wins. Denver in the AFC last year made it with 10 wins. And let's say there's some regression from Seattle. And let's say J.J. McCarthy has a great year next year. He's just in year 2, Kevin O'Connell's system, and he just has an amazing year. Get you 30-plus touchdowns, under 10 turnovers. Looks great. Minnesota makes the playoffs. What are we going to then be saying what was the right decision? Going with the young guy who you already invested the first-round pick in? Or are we just going to play by the moment, by the minute? Oh, you're winning the race now. But I'm like, in real time, this was not a bad decision. So Stephen A. Smith and everybody else that has this opinion right now, why are you saying that? Come on, man. I mean, if you want to be a part of one of the coolest, most unique communities, don't forget to like and subscribe.